question for you to answer and win a special prize from our sponsors. Our trivia question for this week is...
Here's a question. What is the fastest student visa stream? A. Student Click Stream, B. Student Visa Direct, or C. Student Direct Stream?
Welcome to East Coast Filipino Portal. Promo Play. Every Monday, we'll be posting one trivia question for you to answer and win a special prize from our sponsors. Our trivia question for this week is...
Here's a question. What is the fastest student visa stream? A. Student Click Stream, B. Student Visa Direct, or C. Student Direct Stream?
Welcome to East Coast Filipino Portal. Promo Play. Every Monday, we'll be posting one trivia question for you to answer and win a special prize from our sponsors. Our trivia question for this week is...
Here's a question. What is the fastest student visa stream? A. Student Click Stream, B. Student Visa Direct, or C. Student Direct Stream?
Welcome to East Coast Filipino Portal. Promo Play. Every Monday, we'll be posting one trivia question for you to answer and win a special prize from our sponsors. Our trivia question for this week is...
Here's a question. What is the fastest student visa stream? A. Student Click Stream, B. Student Visa Direct, or C. Student Direct Stream?
Welcome to East Coast Filipino Portal. Promo Play. Every Monday, we'll be posting one trivia question for you to answer and win a special prize from our sponsors. Our trivia question for this week is...
Here's a question. What is the fastest student visa stream? A. Student Click Stream, B. Student Visa Direct, or C. Student Direct Stream?
Welcome to East Coast Filipino Portal. Promo Play. Every Monday, we'll be posting one trivia question for you to answer and win a special prize from our sponsors. Our trivia question for this week is...
Here's a question. What is the fastest student visa stream? A. Student Click Stream, B. Student Visa Direct, or C. Student Direct Stream?
Welcome to East Coast Filipino Portal. Promo Play. Every Monday, we'll be posting one trivia question for you to answer and win a special prize from our sponsors. Our trivia question for this week is...
Here's a question. What is the fastest student visa stream? A. Student Click Stream, B. Student Visa Direct, or C. Student Direct Stream?
Welcome to East Coast Filipino Portal. Promo Play. Every Monday, we'll be posting one trivia question for you to answer and win a special prize from our sponsors. Our trivia question for this week is...
Here's a question. What is the fastest student visa stream? A. Student Click Stream, B. Student Visa Direct, or C. Student Direct Stream?
Welcome to East Coast Filipino Portal. Promo Play. Every Monday, we'll be posting one trivia question for you to answer and win a special prize from our sponsors. Our trivia question for this week is...
Here's a question. What is the fastest student visa stream? A. Student Lick Stream, B. Student Visa Direct, or C. Student Direct Stream?
Welcome to East Coast Filipino Portal. Promo Play. Every Monday, we'll be posting one trivia question for you to answer and win a special prize from our sponsors. Our trivia question for this week is...
Here's a question. What is the fastest student visa stream? A. Student Lick Stream, B. Student Visa Direct, or C. Student Direct Stream?
Mga kababayan and East Coast friends, welcome to your Friday live stream habit here on East Coast Filipino Portal.
We showcase the passion and the pursuit of the Filipinos and their friends in East Coast Canada region.
We connect the Filipinos and their friends in East Coast Canada region to the world. This live stream is powered by UFind Social Wi-Fi. For all your social media marketing needs, contact Joey Moreno at 902-440-8304. And if you would like to know how to efficiently and effectively utilize your RESP, RRSP, and life insurance, contact this guy, Donic Abad, with Primerica at 902-292-1368. And if you would like to know how you can get the down payment for your first home, or would you like to know a better strategy to pay off your mortgage sooner, contact Donic Abad once again with Mortgage Alliance at dabad@mortgagealliance.com.
All right, so are you struggling with debt? Is it causing you stress? If so, reach out to David Moffat at 4 Pillars. They work for you and not your creditors. They will eliminate your debt as quickly as possible and reduce your stress. Call David Moffat at
902-482-9748. Another exciting Friday. We've been very busy for the past few days, particularly yesterday. So it was our first time as East Coast Filipino Portal venture with iSense and the rest of the other new and up-and-coming businesses from different countries, different communities. And what really struck me the most was this couple. You met Ken and June,
Ken
right?
and June.
Yeah.
They were originally from Ireland. They were sharing some information and some stories about how they had worked with Filipinos in Ireland and also create a church in Ireland because Ken is still into construction and June is a realtor and property manager. Great stories that they've shared.
What really struck me the most is that with Ken, he was quite emotional with his story and how he started. Because for me personally, I really when I speak to an immigrant, I try to look into their stories as to how they started and how they really struggled, and now they're very, very successful. So with Ken, he's now a home builder, and as you've mentioned, June is a realtor, and she's with a property management as well. So we met a lot of other communities. We have the Indian. Their food was awesome.
Great food. It's always good, right?
And there's also one from Pakistan, and they've been doing the business for 20 years, so they're quite established. But tonight we have very exciting guests. If last time we've featured the newcomers who have just arrived recently, this time we'll try to compare and contrast the newcomers from then, way back, from 10 years ago, and of course recently within 1 year. So that's a very, very exciting episode. So guys, lahat ng mga nakatutok ngayon, please share and like our live stream. And of course, don't forget to like and follow East Coast Filipino Portal on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
YouTube too.
Hindi ako sanay sa Twitter.
Twitter,
Yeah, Twitter. And of course, YouTube. And we have an exciting promo play that we've been running from Monday and up until today. What's the question? You remember?
No.
What's the quickest way to come here as a student? That was the question.
The promo play question was, what is the fastest student visa stream?
Ayan. So if you guys,
Yeah.
if they will go to our page, so they'll be able to see the original link of this. So they have to comment because some of them comment during our live stream.
Yeah.
So we disqualify that. So make sure that you go to the original link of our promo play for you to win. I know close on Silong for 1 month, but when they come back, Silong has one of the best tasting barbecue around Canada. So marami ding magagaling. Oh, pero masarap talaga ang Silong. So they are giving out pork skewers.
Yeah.
So if you get to win the prize, ayan.
So, ulitin lang natin, we're just going to repeat the question for the promo play. So again, comment on the original live stream or the original video that has the promo play. So the choices are A, student link stream, letter B, student visa direct, C, student direct stream.
Ayan.
So comment the right answer.
Ayan. And speaking of answers, every Friday, parang hindi connected. Every Friday we feature videos, and tonight we're so lucky, and you know, Jacqueline Malta has been very supportive. I know she's very busy with her upcoming business in Cape Breton, but still she manages to send us a video. So we'll watch out. Ano ba yung video na sinend ni Jacqueline Malta? Ayan, let's
Cape
watch
Breton.
this.
Yeah. Hello guys, we're here at the Skibinyon today for the yearly Celtic Folk Colors chairlift adventure. They have lots of things to do here in Skibinyon. They have a golfing area. They also have tubing and ice skiing during winters. They have tubing every Tuesday. Promo for Seniors Day, Everyone is Day. Every Thursday, Student Day, 2 for 1 lift and rental. Every Friday, 2 can ride and dine. Saturday, ski with me. And Sunday, snowshoe lift. Yay! No. It is so scary. But you can see the beautiful changing colors of the leaves. Hello. There's the rest of the guys. It was so scary, especially when it's windy up there, and if someone is getting out from the chair. How was it? Scary.
Every town had a tale to tell. Every street made a sound. She talked about her history.
Ay, pasway. Pasway. Yeah, that's overlooking the Brador Lakes. The Brador Lake on the other side.
Suggest ko sa inyo. Oh. Right? So,
Yes.
alright.
Alright, we have our special guest here. We have Tita Linda Unite.
Linda
Please
Unite.
call me
Linda. Linda Unite. We have Arman Benito. You've been
Kaway-kaway
here
naman dyan.
for 10 years. You started as work permit, right? And
Yes.
then Dennis and Joyce through the express entry. Yeah.
And
How
not
many
to
years?
mention, they have their families here
Yeah.
with us. So, hi kay Mel, kay Brielle, and 2 kids mo, Arman.
Sure.
Right?
Good, good.
Ano ang pangalan nila?
Nerilyn is my wife. I have 2 kids, Arbella and Ian.
Iyan, ayan. And of course, Koji, thank you so much for coming.
For the support.
Every Friday, kasama natin si Koji. So guys, tonight it's a very exciting because last time we talked about newcomers. So now we have, I don't want to say generations of newcomers. So we have Linda Unite. I've worked with her a lot of times with the Filipino Association of Nova Scotia. So she came here back in
1966, that was a long
1966
time
as a
ago.
student.
As a student.
That was a long
as a
time
student,
ago. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
And of course, Dennis and Joyce came here as an express entry. So, as a whole family, they came here in Halifax. Their original plan is to stay here for a bit and then go back to Ontario. And of course, Arman came here as a worker,
Yeah,
right? So you've been here for 10 years now. So tonight it's an exciting episode because we're gonna compare and contrast their experience. But you know what? While doing this program, there's one thing that I've noticed, which I will declare later on at the end of the show. So, Linda,
Exciting naman.
parang may abangan sila. So, Linda Unite came as a student back in
Yes.
1966.
Right.
Was there a bus? Back in
Yes,
we don't know.
yes.
There was a bus.
Well, I was picked up actually
Okay.
by the people who wanted me to continue my studies.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was great.
So you were picked up from the airport?
I was picked up from the airport, and on the
Nice.
way from the airport to the Victoria General Hospital, I was looking at the trees, and it was winter. It was December,
Wow.
and then
So
there's
no leaves.
no leaves, and then I said to myself, "Oh my God, this is looking like a forest."
Mm.
The trees were all dead,
Mhm.
but then it was so cold.
Yeah.
Because it's actually, I'm gonna have my anniversary soon. It's
Wow.
it will be 53 years
Mhm.
on the 21st of December.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was there a huge difference from before and now in terms of winter?
Winter is the same.
It's still the same.
Yeah, it's still
Yeah.
cold.
It's always cold
But
and
it's,
dreary.
The structures are so different because the
Mhm.
tallest building during that time was Park Victoria. So
Okay.
you can imagine now with all the construction by the
Mhm.
waterfront and
Mhm.
all the
Wow.
taller buildings. And
Halifax has really changed through time,
oh
right?
yes, definitely. And I'm so blessed because I've seen all the changes and
Mhm.
I've seen the older Filipinos of my group and the young ones.
Mhm.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
Ayan. So
Yeah.
you've mentioned that someone or a group picked you up from the airport. Is it
It's-
ISANS didn't exist back then, right?
No,
So
no.
is it a specific group from the government? From
No, it's a staff from the hospital.
From the hospital.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
So they were in contact with you not through social media. Was
no,
it through
there's no social media then. The contact then was through telegraph.
Oh, wow.
Telegraph. Yeah. Yeah, and actually when I came,
Yeah.
see now you have the nominee program and
Different programs.
different programs. But during that time, I applied to get my internship, dietetic internship, and different hospitals. I applied several in the States and in Canada. And Nova Scotia was the first one who accepted me.
Nice.
So being young and foolish, you grab the first one, right? So and then when my father saw the globe, he said,
Yeah.
Where
is
on earth?
it?
Where on
Yeah.
earth is Nova Scotia?"
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So
Does it even exist? That's the biggest question, right?
I never heard of it, but I was so excited, just to get away. I was the first one in the family to leave, and I wanted to travel, and I wanted to see the world, and I wanted to develop my career. That's my main goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I never regret.
Yeah. So, based on the number of years that you've been here, what are the highlights that stood out from your experience here in Nova Scotia?
Well, is it from the beginning or
From
Yeah,
the beginning.
From,
From
like
the
what-
beginning.
Your newcomer's
The
life.
highlight is the friendship, the friendliness, and the hospitality of my co-interns because we live in the same. I lived in the nurses' residence at the Victoria General Hospital, so it was just a shocking thing for me because their food is different,
In what sense?
lifestyle is different,
Mhm.
right? Because
So
when
back in that time, I'm just very curious with food.
okay,
Was there rice
I
back in that time?
no,
There wasn't. See,
no,
you have to ask those questions.
exactly.
Yeah,
Good thing I didn't. I wasn't born during that.
Rice is life.
This
So
is
there
what
was
I've
no
been,
rice.
I've been
Oh,
telling
wow.
everybody when I first came here, my first meal, the first dinner was roast lamb, right?
Typical.
And I hated lamb. And then there's mashed
It has an
potato.
aftertaste, yeah.
And then the vegetable was Brussels sprouts. It's the first
The
time I've
tiny
seen
cabbage.
the first time I've seen
Yeah.
Brussels sprouts, and I said, "Oh my God, the cabbages here are so small." Yeah, and then they have mint jelly, of course, with roast lamb. They have condiments, and in the Philippines, we never use sweet stuff as condiments, right? We have patis, we have other sauces, but not mint jelly. So that's number one, and the dating scene. I mentioned about
Oh
the
yeah.
dating scene.
What was
Now,
that
this might
about?
be interesting.
Okay, before we'll go to the dating scene, because that's very exciting. So let's fast track a little bit. Let's go a little closer to our time. Let's go with Arman, because Arman came here 10 years ago. So if during that time there was no rice, but still, that welcoming attitude from Halifax is still there. So let's find out with Arman, because you came as a student. Arman came as a worker.
Yeah.
So how was it when you first came here in Halifax?
Well, I came here. That's what I told you. It was like February 2009, and that's
Oh,
what.
winter.
Yeah, and
It's in the middle of winter.
That's
It's,
usually
that's what
the
they
most
said.
challenging month.
That's the highest temperature, like coldest temperature on the whole year, right? So yeah, I mean it's kind of struggling to me, especially especially going to work, going back home, and it's kind of hard. I would
So
say.
did you pick February to come here so that you'll experience snow?
No.
Because that's your first snow, right?
Yeah,
In
that's
your
right.
entire life. So was it planned, or why did you come in February? Why not some other months?
Well,
Which you will, some other months are actually safer
Yeah.
for you to come.
Yeah, actually, in the Philippines, I was applied online. I forgot the year. I think that was 2008, right? 2008, like August or roughly the time, right? So the process was really fast.
Oh
Because
wow.
yeah, I know. I mean, when they, I'm actually passed my resume to the agency to the Philippines.
Yeah.
So they just basically passed the resume of mine to the employer here in the Canada, right?
Because
So
I
they-
remember 10 years ago, just to butt in a little bit, 10 years ago, that's the influx of a lot of workers.
Yeah,
remember?
there's huge
That's
debate.
right.
Yeah, 10
Yeah.
years ago,
Yeah.
9 and 8 years ago. So there were really a lot of workers that were welcomed in Nova Scotia. And there was even an issue, right? Remember? So, anyway, so when you first came here, of course, my bus na, diba? There was a. There was.
Yeah.
and there's rice.
Yeah.
So, what was the biggest.
Monti lang, Asian store. Unlike
There-
now.
okay,
okay.
there's
Yeah.
not much Asian stores. So,
Bakery yan, bakery.
No,
No? Wala pang bakery.
meron dun sa isang, I forgot the, China,
Tianpa?
Tianpat.
Yeah.
It's just one in the Halifax. This
Bedford.
one here in Dartmouth. It's just one there. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the closest, because I was living in Victoria Garden apartment there. There's somewhere in West Road.
so while Linda she felt winter was dreary and it's dark, gloomy. I was reading your story. I was laughing the whole time. You want to relate your winter story, your first winter story?
Well, yeah, of course, I came here like February, right? So,
Mhm.
The agency here who catch me from
Mhm.
the Philippines, because they're the one who process all the paper and
Yeah.
they process where will I stay, right?
Mhm.
So they told me, oh, those are the trees. Don't bother the trees. They are just alive. They don't have leaves on winter.
They're
Those things,
sleeping.
right?
Yeah.
And I landed like the airplane is coming down here in Halifax. I saw there's all white. I said, oh wow, this is Wonderland. That's what I thought. It's nice here. Well, it's nice
Fun.
here. So like after,
Did you do the snow angel?
no.
I'll check on your face.
So yeah, the first winter,
So somebody picked you up? No one picked
Yeah.
you? Somebody picked
somebody
you up?
picked me up. It's the agent.
It's
the
the
agency.
agent. Okay.
Agency here who
Mhm.
process the paper here in Canada, and
Because you didn't know anyone in Halifax. So when you came here as a worker, you don't know anyone, no Filipino. There was fans before, right? When did fans
It
start?
started 67.
1967.
I heard about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, so how did you thrive? Like first few days, first few weeks.
Well, this guy.
Okay lang.
Okay lang. Kasi may binising eh, so I was trying to
Tissue,
recall.
tissue.
I was trying to recall the
Balik mo yung
lyrics,
damit
right?
ko muna.
So I was with the other welder Filipino there here
Mhm.
who nakarating na dito first because
Yeah.
the Cherubini company was hiring back then all welders, draftsmen, basically construction
Mhm.
employee, right? So I was with them like for how many days? Then I was transferred on the Victoria Garden. Then after that, I was transferred, somewhere else. Then there's a lot of places that I've been. So yeah.
So how did you get connected with the Filipinos during those times?
Was what I said. So yung mga Filipino that I've been through, so because they're welders, so they're Filipino,
Mm.
so they're the one who I met them first, right? So and there's a lot of Filipino back then in Victoria Garden. So
Mhm.
those are the first Filipino that
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. So through
I-
them.
I think you know them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Good.
So through time, you mentioned in your story that you've met a lot of like different people,
Yeah.
and it was your first time to really get out of your shell, get out of your comfort zone, be in a different country,
Yeah.
and then you meet a lot of different individuals and learn through time, right? So awesome. So now let's go a little closer. Medyo malapit. I thought they were like in their 20s. So Dennis and Joyce,
Yes.
they just arrived about a year
20.
ago. And what really struck me the most about their story is that they're quite intellectual couple. Like they have planned out things a little bit, and then I feel that they're one of those success stories for newcomers. So let's hear first from Dennis and Joyce. How was it when you first came here in Halifax? Did somebody pick you up? How was your first experience? What time was it? Which month was it?
We landed last March 2018. My sister, who's living in Ontario, she met us in Ontario, in Toronto airport with her husband. And then for 3 days, she helped us to apply for establish our location, get our apartment, apply for IDs, and then after that 3 days, we flew to Toronto for 3 weeks vacation, and then we get back here for to face the reality of first new environment. So
So you had sort of like an orientation part of your coming to Canada with those stay in Toronto, right?
yeah,
With
yeah,
your family.
Okay.
So what were the inputs from your relatives that really helped you thrive here in Halifax? What were their information that were shared to you guys na you felt are very helpful?
Mostly it's the Canadian culture, how you will interact with other with the locals here. So some tips and tricks.
So
it was
can-
given.
Can
Can you share us?
some?
Yeah.
Because
Because
there are
until now, I
new
still
people,
feel like-
newcomers that are in here too. So what are the tricks and tips that were shared to you, and you think that worked for you and are really effective?
Maybe I would say locals here like some small talk. So back
They
in the
always love to
yeah,
talk about the weather.
right. So any
Every day.
any
Wait 5 minutes.
so it's really different culture from the Philippines. It's like if somebody approach you in the Philippines, it's somehow you have to be scared, right? So you have to be suspicious, cautious. But here, most people here
Or warm.
yeah,
they're friendly.
they're
Very,
very
very
friendly.
friendly,
That's one of the
Yeah.
thing that we
Yeah.
like here.
And they smile even though no one is watching.
Yeah. They always
Even
say
though
good
they're with the
morning.
strong.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
always like to say, good morning, hi, how are you?
Mhm.
Good, thanks, you. So that's the usual.
And then when they will ask you, doon ka na mararating.
I'm asking,
Yes, I'm sorry, what?
Next question, please.
And sometimes you keep on saying yes, and that person is already asking a question.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, it's a different one.
So, what are other tips and tricks that you've learned from that you want to share?
Joyce.
Si Joyce naman.
Tips and tricks.
With your education, because you guys went through some education, and then until finally you guys are now settled with the jobs that you guys are into.
All
Did
right.
they help you out with that, or you guys did some research? You went through ISANS. How was it?
When we arrived here, we tried to avail ISAN's newcomers program.
Right.
They had this
Awesome.
orientation to Canada
Mhm.
program that
Right.
that ran for like
5 days.
5
Five.
days.
Five.
Yeah, we got actually a certificate for that.
Wow,
and-
congratulations.
And they also gave us a book for the citizenship application that
Nice.
we prepped. So yeah.
Mhm.
And what else? We availed ISANS. We tried to connect with the other Filipinos here. Like I have this
God's Army, right? You
God's
guys
Army.
got connected with God's Army.
God's Army. Actually, we got in contact with God's Army from my sister-in-law's friend of a friend who gave us many albums, contact number, and then when we came back here from our 3-week vacation in Toronto, we got in touch
Wow,
with her,
interesting.
and then they invited us to attend their Sunday worship. God's Army then was not yet a church; it was just a Bible study group.
Yeah.
That's location is variable depending on the members' houses. And yeah, we attended their monthly Sunday worship, and then there are lots of there majority are Filipinos. There are
Yeah.
also some Canadians who married Filipinos.
Right.
So yeah, and then from there,
And that's where you guys felt at home because they really focus on families, right?
yes, that's right.
That helped us settle quickly.
Yeah, and to lessen our homesickness.
Yeah.
Because-
Amazing.
Yeah, we always do
It's
that.
good.
So how did you guys get settled? So back in
In 1966. No, see, I always say that I'm always.
How
the
did you
lucky-
find the apartment? How was it?
Well, see, it wasn't a problem for me because
They
I
help
knew
you
that
out.
I will be staying at the nurse's residence. However, after graduation, I have to paddle my own canoe, right?
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I have to find
It's
an
an
apartment
expression.
for
Yeah, I know.
myself.
There's no canoe in this. There's no.
That's another thing that when I first
We have to
came,
learn certain
all those
expressions.
idiomatic
Yeah.
expressions,
Right.
like for example, pay me a visit. Why will I pay
How much
someone?
is-
Yeah, right.
Or how
But
are you
anyhow-
making out?
Yeah.
And I said,
Anyhow,
oh,
finding the apartment is not bad because during that time there's not very many. Population isn't the same as
But
now.
back then, there were not very many apartments. So how did you get an
I don't
apartment?
know. I was lucky. I found one.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I had a bachelor's.
Because there's
apartment.
no Facebook or no marketplace, Kijiji.
Oh, physical. Physical. You
have to
go
visit,
around.
yeah.
And that was the best time because
During winter
you,
time?
Oh,
You
of
look for-
course. You
wow.
have to dress warm. I learned to do that with my classmates. I was lucky enough because I was with Canadians and they told me how to.
They're very
behave.
helpful. Yeah.
Very helpful. Now the young ones today, you are very lucky because there's iSense today.
Right.
And we should really promote iSense.
Exactly.
The newcomers, they should go there for their orientation because that's very helpful.
Right.
Like with us, my age group, it was a survival.
Yeah.
It was really a survival.
And they also have a lot of programs in iSense
Oh, definitely.
languages, so
Yeah.
really useful.
So that's why they're so lucky this time.
So for the place to stay for for Linda Unite, I'm used to calling you Tita, but sorry about that. So it's a DIY. So on your part, you just walk around the city and then
Yeah.
you're able to find
And
an apartment.
the newspaper then is available. We don't have as much news. There's classified ads, and then you look and find where you can stay. And I was lucky. I got one. It's right in the center. Right by Spring Garden Road.
It's a walk away from your work or from your.
yeah.
Okay, so that was very easy.
Yeah.
Let's go to Arman. How did you find your place to stay?
And how
Well,
Did
did
the agent help?
Well, the first place that I stayed is, yung mga Filipinos nga, right?
Mhm.
So after that, because they don't have space for me there, so they transferred me to the other Filipino there at the Victoria Garden, which is, Filipinos have, differences, right? So,
Fun.
yeah, no, differences, what I mean to say.
Oh, okay.
So hindi kami nagkasundo in short, so I need to do my own thing to look for the.
So you move out 4 times, right?
4 times.
Mhm.
My third time was the after that Victoria Garden. The third time was the hardest part of searching the home because way back then there's no really Facebook. Facebook is not really booming like 2010, right? It's not really. So I was using the KGG and I was taking bus because I don't have. So taking buses. So I was talking to the people. So it's just texting and messaging the KGG. So after that, after my third transfer, it's actually the basement of the old lady. So I'm just alone there. Nobody's bothering me. And during that time, I was I knew some Filipinos there, which is some part of my group right now. She'll get to my social media.
Yes.
So they're the one. Not the one. I mean, they're not really the one. I
Ate
mean,
Maria, sila.
I mean, I established on that day also with the friendship and with the place also. So I'm kind of lucky on that third
That
time.
aspect, yeah. Amazing. So, DIY din sa'yo. So, you do it yourself for your...
Kinda, I would say. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, let's go kila Dennis and Joyce. How did you find a place to stay? Was it a challenge?
No.
Yeah, even before we arrived here.
You guys stay in one place, right? Kasi iba yung answer ni Joyce. Sabi ni Joyce no, sabi mo yes.
So, if it was a challenge, and I said no.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's not a challenge.
It's not really a challenge.
Okay.
Even before we arrived here, Joyce already secured the place for us.
Oh, how did you do it?
Google Maps.
Paano?
Because I tried to find a school for our
Okay.
son, and
Strategic
my target
location.
was
So you were in the Philippines doing
Yes.
this? Okay.
and then my goal was that to find an apartment, any kind of residence near that school.
Mhm.
So that was easy with the technology now.
Mhm. So, did you prefer really to stay in Dartmouth or Halifax, or what came up with that decision?
I think the pricing. So we were trying
Okay.
to compare
Pros
the
and cons,
price,
eh?
the
Mhm.
price, the three
So
bed-
that's one tip. You
Yeah.
really have to make sure
Yes.
that it fits your budget, or
Mhm.
else
Of
you
course.
lose track.
Yeah,
Because as a
of course.
newcomer, at least
You
for
have
a
limited
month, you don't
funds.
have any job, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm. So yeah.
So we were trying to, or Joyce is trying to compare the price when it
Yeah.
comes to, for example, two bedroom
In
price
Dartmouth.
in Halifax against
Yes,
three
yeah.
bedroom in Dartmouth. So
Right,
somehow
right, yeah.
it's the cost is it's far.
Mm-hmm.
So
Big difference, right?
yeah,
Yes,
it's-
exactly.
it has a difference.
Mhm.
So,
So you really have to consider the price, proximity
And the
to
location, yes.
location, proximity to your kids' school, and yes.
because we don't know yet what will be our work here, but
Mm-hmm.
for sure
Maybe
that
alright.
our son will go to school. So that's our main
At least they
priority.
are close to each other, the home and the school. So
Mhm.
our work, kami nang bahala doon.
So now, where is your work? Is it in Halifax or in
Both of
Dartmouth?
us are working in downtown
South
Halifax, is
End,
it?
yeah.
South End Halifax.
So are you planning to
Halifax,
eventually
okay,
go to
alright.
Halifax?
You mean move
Yeah.
from Dartmouth? As of now, maybe it's not.
It's
in
not
the
coming
plan.
into your plan. Yeah.
Part of
Not
the
in the
plan.
plan yet.
Ayan.
All right. So we have some. We just wanted to have a shout out for our viewers, our supporters. So on mine, we have Dennis Abuan. You might
Yay!
No,
Kuya
Dennis.
Dennis.
be watching you. May Kansanay, si Al Agustin
Uy, ka na ba?
Lagusting.
I wanna say,
Wow.
hindi, eto muna. I wanna say hi to JM Hidalgo Morales.
Hey,
So
that's
sabi
my
niya Ate
sister.
Joyce and Kuya Dennis, hello.
Bebe.
She's from Toronto?
I know she's
the
in Manila.
Philippines. From Manila,
That's
okay.
her family.
And of
Straight
course,
from Manila.
Nico Hosson is watching. We loved your Cape Breton pictures. Amy Lozano is also
Hey, Ate
watching.
From God's
Ayan.
Army.
Ayan. Sino pa bro nanonood
Sa akin
atin?
si Miles, si Miles, si Jacqueline Moto, si Helen Espino Borsho, si
Oh,
Gina
hi.
Castro, si Rex Castillo, si Special K, Koji, yes, si Matea, si Beth Paran,
Ate Beth.
si Melanie Yu,
Uy, si Boris.
yeah.
So since we have a lot of viewers right now, I just want to promote this event. This is the event from the Filipino Association of Nova Scotia. This is going to be this Sunday at from 5 p.m. till 8 p.m. It's the game night. So it's a fundraising event for the youth of the Filipino Association of Nova Scotia. So there's going to be lots of board games, music, snacks, and many more. The entrance fee is very cheap. It's only $10. You get to help the youth of the fans and enjoy the day. So it's game night. Maraming mga games. May Scrabble, chess, Monopoly cards, Uno. What's Uno, bro?
Yung
Alam ko to.
Board game? Is it a board
May
game?
board game,
Oh,
pero meron ding
okay.
card.
Oh,
Yung parang
oh.
Trump, yung...
So it's a great time to really bond with, not just, I think this is not just for the youth.
No,
This is for everybody.
And not just for fans members. It's for
Exactly.
the community.
Exactly. So to
Yeah.
all those who are watching, head out to Chocolate Lake Recreation Center at 1014 Purcell's Cove in Halifax from 5 till 8 p.m. October 20.
Free.
$10 po yung entrance fee, and this will go to the youth of the Filipino Association of Nova Scotia. So join the fun, and it's for all ages.
Mm-hmm.
Ayan. So let's go back to our topic. So kanina we talked about, like how you started with your first few days, how you found your place to stay. I want to go back to Arman. Kasi Arman, when he first came here, same with Linda, they were alone. So how did you guys finally got reunited
Yes.
with your wife, and then how did you find your
Oh, I met
love
him
of your
here.
life? Before that, we're gonna listen first to Arman.
Yes.
Para may may thrill.
Okay.
Ayan, Arman. Ayan, kasi Mel is very supportive, di ba?
Sure.
So,
Parang hindi convinced, are you sure?
parang kinilig konti si Arman. So, how did you guys get reunited? From your work visa,
Yeah.
what happened next?
So on my time before, if you have what do you call this? Work permit holder visa, is what they said.
Si Mel
So
parang hindi daw siya nakikinig eh. Sige, continue.
It's Len.
Ah, Len para si Len. Iba palang Mel, sorry ha. It's Len, it's Len. Hindi, binaliktad ko kasi eh. Sorry. Si Len. Brilliant. Sorry. So si Len. Ayan, sige.
Okay, so yeah, when I first came here, so I was holding a work permit visa. So before you apply for permanent residence, as far as I remember, you need at least because if you have a working permit visa, there's a 2 category on that day, right? So like I forgot.
Skilled.
That is skilled and unskilled. So I was categorized as skilled. So I need only 1 year to apply for permanent residency, right? So the other one is you need 2 years or more. But anyway, so after a year, so I applied right away. So I do it by myself because as far as I've heard, you need like $5,000
Wow.
Yeah,
Just for
yeah.
consultations.
for consultation and everything, and yeah. So like
So you really work hard so that Len can
Of course.
be reunited with you.
of course, yes.
Siyempre, that's a big part yun. So, when she came here, of course you got kids, right?
I got kid before.
Isa pa lang.
Si Ian pa lang.
Isa pa
So yeah, and
So how was it from living alone and now you got your family with you? Was there a big change?
not really. I mean, adjustment period. Financially,
Nakikinig si
yes. Financially, yes. Because she has no like work like for
Mhm.
almost 6 months, and she was trying so hard, and yeah, like buti na lang may ipon ako that day, and yeah. I mean, lahat ng naipon ko, like because
All of your savings, yeah.
I need to buy like sofa and everything to you know to have a livable place, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's hard.
Ganun
but-
niya kamahal si Len. Si Len ba?
Well, basically, I'm a family
Kailangan
man,
nyo
so
rin
I need to do it. Yeah.
So, going back, now reminiscing those times, was it worth it to really, make sure that your family has a safe and comfortable place? Was it really worth it to really work hard before they come here to Canada?
Yeah, I would say yes.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, because ika nga sabi nila na maghihirap ka muna sa una, then gonna mag-aani ka in the end of the day.
Yeah.
So it's really worth it, I would say.
It's always struggles now, then success later.
Yep.
Ayan, speaking of success, Linda, Unita, it's your turn. So
Oh,
you
my
came
turn.
here single. Arman, married ka na sa Philippines.
Yes, yeah.
With Len. Ayan. With Len. So now,
Not now, right?
no. Sino ba yun? Binaliktad.
Hindi, may
So-
sinabi ko kasi Melanie kanina.
Oo. Oo. So,
Sagot kita, bro.
oh. Sige, let's go with Linda Unite. Kasi Linda Unite came as a student, single, tapos sabi niya nakita ng winter medyo dreary and cold.
Yeah.
So, syempre single ka, di ba? So,
Yeah.
parang, were you searching during that time or you were
I
into being a student?
I was, I should carry my own bench, right? No, I was really focused on graduating, and the guys are not in my mind. And during that time, I was really introverted,
Mhm.
and I was wondering.
Which is
why.
totally different from now because you are
I
into a
know,
lot of events,
yeah.
right?
I know. I was really, and the inferiority complex was there
Mhm.
because I felt that I was alone in a group of blondies and nice young girls, but they were very good. Anyhow, there were a lot of medical professionals in the hospital during that time. Filipinos are either working.
So you were eyeing on Filipino talaga?
Not really.
Not really, okay.
Not really. They were either nurses or doctors. Those were, and then when as the years go by, the engineers and really professionals, right?
Mm-hmm.
So after I started my job, and I was living like a real single woman, and I really enjoyed the independence, but
Mhm.
still felt like not not within the group, and which is wrong. So don't be like that.
Mhm.
You have to get out of the box, really,
Mhm.
because that's the only way you will feel that you belong. You
Mhm.
really belong. So how I met my husband was through a party. One of these
So to
doctors.
all those newcomers who are
Party, go to
who
party.
just arrived,
we
what's the
have
first tip?
an event on 26th. Settle good segue. Settle East Coast meet and greet for October.
It's our monthly meetup with the
Monthly,
newcomers. So we
and
segue
volunteers. And
So
volunteers.
we have a monthly meetup with our newcomers. It's actually not just for newcomers; it's for everyone.
Mhm.
So every month, we kind of like learn this from other communities because
Okay.
this is what they do to be educated. Every month we have a topic. So this coming 26 from 1 o'clock till 3:30 at 205 Lacewood Drive, we will talk about debt management as early as now because we can get trapped with debt in Canada, right?
Mhm.
So as early as now, we should learn what are the ins and outs, what are the tips and tricks sabi nga ni Denise on how to be able to thrive in this newfound home.
Yeah.
So it's very crucial topic. So we want you guys to be there. It's free.
Free.
So come at 205 Lacewood Drive from 1 till 3 on October 26th.
And it's going to be done by David Moffat.
David Moffat from
from
Four
Four
Pillars. So we have people who are in authority really to talk about debt management. Ayan. So
Someone's excited.
So
Yeah.
it's finance management.
yes, it's finance management. Last time we talked about savings,
Yeah.
and now we'll talk about debt management. Maybe next month we'll talk about really how to buy a house because I know you guys are
That's
into
good.
your new home, right? Already. So siguro kayo you're planning to buy your house soon, sabi.
Yeah.
No pressure, si Dennis. So let's go back. Speaking of pressure, you are not pressured during those time looking for a
No.
lover. A lover. A lover.
That's special.
No. As I have said, I was so introverted, and
Patay
then
talaga ako.
So what made, and then the follow-up question that I would have is, what caused you to change from being an introvert to an extrovert? But that's
I
just a
don't
follow-up.
know. It's
Extreme
probably,
siguro yung word ng extrovert. Because I
yeah.
was an introvert also. So
Yeah.
anong... So,
I think when I met my husband, that's when I think he's the one that brought me out in the world, and I said, oh,
dapat may
there's
background
more.
music, no?
So, I felt like there's more to life than just being alone.
So parang he opened the doors
Yeah.
for you to the world.
Yeah,
Ayan.
yeah. So that's the story.
So what's the style back then of courting? Was he a newcomer or when
he's
did you
been-
meet? Was it like
okay, I
after
think
4 years?
Actually, he first started working at Spring Hill.
Sorry, ang
He's-
dami kong tanong.
Yeah, that's okay.
Curious
Oh
talaga.
my gosh, don't make me
Love
cry
it.
though.
Ulo, patay.
Anyhow, yeah, he came from Spring Hill, working in a battery because he's a chemist, right? But then he said he wanted to move to Halifax, so he came to Halifax, studied at Dalhousie, became a computer, whatever. During that time, the computer was the wall thing, right? And then, so he saw the changes from the wall to the desk,
To
to the
iPads.
small one, right? And then he's the one who, because we're always invited to parties, so I didn't even know how to dance, so I learned how to dance, and
Wow.
I mingled with other people, and I just came out, but it took me a couple of years before. It's not an easy
It's not
one
instant,
for me.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what was the style before? Did he... So he's a Filipino. He was born here or...
No,
he came here as a
he's from Los
student?
Baños, and I'm from Binyang, Laguna,
okay.
so it's
Oh.
a couple of towns away, and we met
Mhm.
here.
Mm-mm.
But the style during that time, before I met
Nagharana
him,
ba siya?
no,
Nag-serenade?
would not be nice though.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, but anyhow, during that time, there are medical interns who would want to date me. Actually, I went out on a date, but I was so stupid because I didn't know what to do with my hand, and he invited me to a dance. I think it was the Nova Scotian Hotel. And then
Where's that?
It's now the Westin Hotel.
It's now the Westin.
Yeah, right. So it was a dance. I didn't know how to dance, and I didn't know how to talk to him, and I was just sitting
Were you
there.
trembling?
I was because being so young, and I never in the Philippines wala namang ligaw-ligaw, right? You merong pumapanik sa iyo, somebody will just go and visit you, and your parents will be roaming around checking what are they doing, right?
I experienced that.
See?
7 p.m. My father-in-law, he was watering the plants. And I said, it's too late for that. So anyway, hi to my father-in-law.
Yeah.
Sige.
So that's the way it was. But here, so when he said, okay, well, do you want to go to see a movie? So I went. And that was the beginning. So that's it. And after that, 2 children. They're all grown, and 2 grandchildren.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bilis naman. Ayan. So guys, to all those newcomers, really, I know when I was a newcomer, I was really sheltered. I was just in the apartment, and my wife left me for a lot of months because AJ was born, and then normally our plan is really that became kind of like a plan. So every time we have a baby with AJ and Abrams, they go to the Philippines so that they're able to for free show the babies to the Philippines. Anyway, so I was left here for 4 months, and I didn't realize na meron palang swimming, meron mga fishing.
Yeah.
That was in my first year, so I was really sheltered, just work home, ganun lang. And then when I went grocery shopping, I spent $100 for one grocery in Sobeys. So parang, and my wife was like, how come you bought like different stuff with the same item? Like, gusto ko isang pineapple, iba't ibang brands. So I wanna try if they taste different or what. And the tomatoes, like different tomatoes, so I'll try which one is good.
Oh my goodness.
So my wife was like, no, you're crazy. So no one really guided me into the social life. So when I found my niche, and that's the time I was like out.
Yeah.
Now we have
Yeah,
East
that
Coast.
Yeah.
Ayan.
So
So,
if someone approached you and they're going to come here to Nova Scotia, what would you say or suggest or advise to those people, either couple, family, single? What would you say that they should consider and you think would be very important for them to know before they move?
Because initially, Dennis and Joyce, they were really planning to just stay here for a bit and then move to Ontario. So, what made you stay? That you want to tell to others who are watching right now, who are not from here, from Nova Scotia?
Maybe because I would say we were given a chance or an opportunity to have a good job. Me in NSHA, and then after a year, Joyce got a job in that housing. Although it's just a term position, but we're still thankful for those opportunities.
One of the reasons is job, kasi NSHA, so that's a government job. And second
Exactly.
is Nova Scotia is
Somewhat
Halifax itself is like a city, like Manila rin, but not that congested, of course.
Yeah.
But that city is, province pa rin.
Yeah.
So kahit probinsya siya, meron pa rin syudad where
Exactly.
we can survive.
It's a mix of everything
Exactly.
in one
Yeah,
province.
and there's the bodies of water here are so good. Sa McDonald Bridge pa lang, you know, you go back and forth to work and home, and
It's
then
very
you see
scenic.
the sunset.
Very
Exactly.
scenic, yeah.
So
and it's still a good place to bring up a family.
Yes.
That's
Exactly.
why, from the beginning
Yeah.
to now, that's still in my mind. Yeah.
Like young couple like us, coming from crowded city in Manila,
Yeah.
going here,
Right.
yeah.
Manila is a jungle.
yes.
Yeah.
Some of the co-workers told me, so you feel like heaven here because traffic here is really
It's very subtle. Yeah, very subtle in traffic. Yeah.
Yeah.
So to all those who are watching and who are not Filipinos, haven't been to the Philippines, please, if you go to the Philippines, do not stay longer in Manila. Okay? Please. Well, you will stay longer in the traffic. Go right away to or whatever destination you are planning to go to.
And try not to drive in Manila. Have someone drive you.
Might be getting better now.
Not really po.
Okay, let's go back. So si
Arman,
Arman,
how about you? What would you say or suggest or advise to people who are moving here to Nova Scotia? What do you think is very
She already told it. Paano ba? Wala akong maisip.
Maybe look up for people that might be able to help you adjust, something like that, or
Yeah, I mean.
'cause you had some friends, right, that
Yeah.
help you adjust when you moved here.
Yeah, kinda. I mean, for the first year that we got our, permanent residency, my wife actually have an aunt in Toronto, right?
Mhm.
So the first Christmas, family na first Christmas, we flew there. Like that was 2013, 12. Yeah, right. I mean,
thanks Len.
Yeah.
Len.
memory. Yeah. Anyway, so kasi galing din kaming Manila, so we worked there before came here. So I would say, like, this is not our place. I mean, we stay here in Nova Scotia. We're living in Dartmouth, and even here in Halifax, in Nova Scotia, are different really in people in Toronto. Like I would say, the people here in Nova Scotia basically they are really really
The
nice.
best, right?
I know,
Yeah.
right?
You live in Nova
It's
Scotia.
still conservative.
Mhm, yeah.
It's
It's not scary.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very friendly.
Yeah.
So definitely you're staying.
No, I never.
She will take
Well, I
it first.
tried.
Did you
went-
plan or did you think about moving out?
I did. 1967 was the Expo year, 100-year centennial. I went to Montreal and I said to myself, yeah, it's nice Montreal, but it's still not me.
It's bilingual in one.
Yeah, and then I went to Toronto. I said, yeah, but it's so busy. But so I came back. I like Halifax. I really like Halifax.
Me and my wife, we love long drives. So every time we go somewhere else, I always tell my wife, let's go home. And she would ask,
Yeah.
to the Philippines? No, let's go home to Halifax.
This is home.
Yeah.
This is home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's also something that we consider because we moved from the UK before moving here.
Yeah.
We had two options. We could go to Australia or Canada, and and then you also have an option for Toronto or Vancouver. But we figured, based on our research, for us, young people during that time, I was young. We wanted to have our own family, and Nova Scotia was just up and coming. It's not too busy, and it's good for a young family.
Right.
The kids here are amazing. Obviously, not all of them, but majority of the kids are really courteous and polite.
Right.
Yeah.
For me, one thing I really like about Nova Scotia are the services. So they're very accessible. In reality, they're very accessible, and of course the community. It's nature, because I love nature tripping. So nature is number one for me and my wife.
Yeah.
And of course here, it's really safe. I will not say this, but like sometimes yung bahay namin we don't.
You don't even
We
look.
don't. Yeah.
it's not-
So it's. Yeah, so it's
Ano nga
a
address
very, very, very safe, very safe place. I wanna say hi to Nelda Kaindoy. Sabi ni Nelda Kaindoy, dami mga supporters ito ngayon. Sabi ni Nelda, Dennis and Joyce, though we long to reunite with you, but I think Nova Scotia really became your home now. Nonetheless, you have newfound friends and a home church, and you both blessed to find good jobs. Kudos for your efforts. We're proud of you.
Nice.
And so, yeah, it's really nice to be able to pursue your passion, your dreams, and to share it really with family. Kay Arman, syempre kay Len, family nila sila Dennis, they're starting family. And sa'yo, you found your love in Halifax. So, nagiging meaningful yung mga dreams natin if we share it with our family, those people that are really close and who are really dear to our lives. Yeah.
Yeah. Then you said you always mention about romance and
Di naman
so
always.
people.
Saglit-saglit.
There are single people in here. So ano yung kailangan nilang gawin? What would they need to do to potentially find D.
The one. Well, it's the person themselves that can tell. Now he's the one. It's nothing like what love is, right? You will just know that
Yeah.
that's the person.
And then you go out a lot to
Yeah,
meet them.
Donik, hindi pa ba si Ellen the one?
Hindi na. Ang help. Ang uwi na ako sa asawa ko.
Very curious si Donik.
I know.
You just feel it, di ba?
Yeah,
You just feel it and that becomes a
It's like
fact.
chemistry.
Matawag
Yeah.
din.
My advice for couples is if you want to find someone, make sure that the other person loves you more than you do.
Ganun
And
ba?
that's yes, yeah. Dahil
No
that's
comment. Nanonood si Mrs.
then you know na hindi ka pababayaan.
Ibang topic naman yun.
Yeah,
Yung
okay,
love na
okay,
yan.
okay.
Parang
Yeah.
mga love na yan. Maganda yan.
Another question that I have is, so usually we would experience depression because
Ayan.
we're out of our comfort zone, right?
Right.
So have you
Homesickness
experienced
is really number one.
Yeah,
Oh,
homesickness,
yeah.
depression.
Yeah.
When you experience that homesickness or depression, what were the things that you've done or that you reminded yourself to be able to come out of that homesickness? Because those are the things that newcomers might need to consider when they come here.
So we'll start sa pinaka-new kay Arman then sa veteran. Okay, start kay kila Dennis and Joyce. So 1 year of stay ninyo, how do you guys combat depression and homesickness? Because really that's a reality. Yeah, one of the very challenging talaga.
The first once we were here, about 2 to 3 months, we just casually talk like, we miss Philippines na, let's go home, uwi na tayo.
So really normal yun, di ba? It really comes to your thoughts.
As a newcomer, and then he doesn't have a job yet then, so medyo yung aming funds is rapidly declining with the monthly rent and utilities. Pero with our new uncles and aunties and kuya and tita in God's Army,
The Alba couple, yeah.
the Alba couple, medyo with that they help us yung combat yung
Nalalighten yung stress,
yeah,
yung depression.
sickness, ganon. Although his family is in Toronto, they're just a plane away and cheaper yung look of flights than my family in the Philippines. So yeah.
So number one, really to talk to your wife or your husband.
Yeah,
Talk to someone and then connect with the people
Network
around you.
talaga, network.
Community. Have
Yeah.
a community.
Yeah.
Ayan. So kay Arman.
So yeah.
Kasi syempre wala si Len, di ba, during that time.
Yeah, but,
So did you
but
talk to her a lot of
yeah,
times?
through Skype, yeah.
Through Skype? Oo.
Yeah, but of course.
May mga Snapchat na ba that time?
But kasi ang time difference between Philippines and Canada
Yes.
is 12 hours,
Yeah.
right? So when nag-uusap lang kami like 2 hours, 1 hour, then after that, then that's it. So you need to do by yourself, right? To live by yourself again. But what I do before, and as far as I remember, I was just watching comedy on YouTube. So it gives me like, I forgot somehow. Yeah, fun, and yeah, that's what she said. Na yun, makimingle to your friends, it's a good thing, and I'm blessed that I have a good friends until now. So I think that supports, para mawala yung mga depression and anxiety.
Was there ever a thought in your mind na I just want to go back and be with Len in the Philippines?
Of course, yeah.
Yun na lang ho.
Yeah, especially, I also remember that it was my 6 months here, my father died, like September 9, 2009, so that's the year that I was here. So I said, uuwi ba ako? Kasi wala naman ako ipon. That was 6 months ago. I mean, after my landed here, I said, and that's the, yung pinaka-rulok ng depression ko, I said, I need to do something to myself.
And you were new, it's not even 1 year.
Exactly, like
So
6 months.
So did you go home or?
I don't need to because marami naman akong kapatid. So,
Wow.
naging practical lang ako that time. But hindi ko naman pinagsisihan until now. But I just send money. Kasi when you go home, you're gonna... You need to...
That's the end.
That's it.
Yeah.
Dito ka na, so investment na yun.
Exactly.
Wow.
I mean, that's one of my hardship before. And yeah, it gives me some lessons. And yung sabihin bang nagpatibay sa sarili ko na yung mga nagda.
So on the other side of the wall, how was Len helpful sa'yo? Si Len, hi, this week.
Who's man?
So how was Len helpful? Kasi syempre 'di ba last year my father passed away, so when you deal with your family, you are in the depressing parang depression with the loss and whatnot. And then how si Len yung parang out of the situation siya. So how was she helpful with you through the course? Kasi you're alone. Father passed away. How
No, it's just a normal thing. Like,
continuous na communication?
We talk and pumunta siya doon sa bahay namin. Then, she's the one who's telling the story about what's happening in the, on my family there. Yeah, I mean, she was really helpful back then. Yeah.
Wow. So having that assurance that somebody loves you and somebody is there willing to support you, it's a big thing.
It is, yeah.
Ayan, so dito na tayo sa kay Linda.
Okay.
How did you deal with depression, being alone here as a
The first year
student?
was really hard because no other Filipinos. There's only very few Filipinos, and they're way up there, and I felt so low. But my co-interns, they're really good. They invited me every weekend to their place, went to the valley and all that. But still, it's different. And then every time I wrote letter, it was letter then. It's not messenger or something.
Typewriter or handwriting?
Handwriting, 4-cent stamp.
Wow.
Yeah.
4 cents?
Yes.
Thanks for
yes,
supporting
yeah.
Canada Post.
How many days ko bago dumating yung siya?
Normally, 2 weeks, di ba?
A month.
Wow.
So if I
Pagdating mo, lapse na, di ba? Ibang story na to.
if it is an emergency, I have to telegraph. And
And it's
during-
expensive.
It is
using tele-
expensive
And
because
they
it-
count every character.
Yeah, every word.
Every word.
Every
Ah.
word. Yes, right. So my father always said, "Well, come home." I said, "No, I have to finish it. So
So your father wasn't supportive. Sabi niya,
well,
umuwi
because
ka na lang.
he felt that
The
I was
struggles,
really
yeah.
upset and homesick, right?
So who was there to support you?
the
Talaga?
other
Or was
few
it your dream
Filipinos
talaga?
that were there, and plus I said I gotta do this because I'm already here, right? So I finished, I graduated, and then I said, okay, let me try to work for 1 year and see if I will survive. And I worked, and then I was still homesick, so I said I have to go home. I went home with the intention of staying at home, but then when I went home and I saw that my parents were okay, they're doing well, what am I, why am I coming back here? And I have gathered friends there already. So it opened up my mind. So it broke my homesickness when I went home.
Yep.
When I came back, I'm good. I'm good. I wasn't homesick anymore.
So you kind of like weighed things up,
Yeah.
like if you go home, these are the consequences, and if you stay. So my question is, what really made you stay? Kasi ako, I'll be 2011, so ilang years? 8 years? I'll be 8 years in Canada. So for me, I stayed because this is where my family is, and my 2 kids were born here. So I have belongingness to the land talaga because they were born here. So you guys, what really made you stay? Is it still worth it going back?
Yeah, for me, I would say it's really worth it. I mean, financially, it's really very accessible here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, kasi,
All the time.
mamaya. I mean, last December, umuwi kasi kami in the Philippines. So, saying, it's really hard. Like, it's way different world na yung Pilipinas. Na
Yeah.
sabi ko, no, I'm not gonna stay here anymore.
Yeah.
I need to go home. Like, here. in Darma, in
Yeah.
Halifax, in Nova Scotia.
So sa'yo, it's more of practicality.
Practicality, accessibility of everything.
Mhm.
It's not for me, it's for my family, right? So
Convenience
Exactly.
too, right?
Because if you only decide for yourself, then it's easy. But if you
Yeah.
have kids, it's a different story.
Exactly.
Yeah. So how about Dennis and Joyce? 1 year pa lang, so you guys plan to stay longer? Or napag-usapan nyo na ba? Or...
Yeah.
Secret ba yun?
Yeah, so far, part of the plan is to stay because our work is in here. So,
Hindi naman naman sasabihin sa boss mo.
Siguro and also the fact that we apply through provincial nominee program, it feels like we should give back to the province
Right.
itself for accepting
Yes.
us.
That's really nice.
That's
So-
nice. That's
Yeah.
really nice.
So kaya government employees kami.
Wow, that's really nice. Oo.
that's one of the question when we were applying. If
Yeah, exactly.
because they know that our relatives are in Ontario.
Yeah, and why stay here? So
So
you have to explain that in the
so
letter.
we really stated there that somehow we want to be
Established here.
and start really here.
So more babies to come?
Mga dalawa.
Buti ba si Joyce?
Dalawa po. Dalawa po.
Wala po yung sa question, sorry. That's really good. So that really shows na gusto nyo talaga propagate mas dumami pa dito sa Nova Scotia.
Football team.
Yeah, I know.
Speaking of propagate, meron tayong promo. So yung promo play po natin, guys, please, we are actually wrapping up anytime soon. So we'll be ending the show. So to all those who are still interested of thinking of joining our promo play, please do so. You get to win pork skewers from Silong. So when Silong comes back, close ngayon eh. So when they come back, they'll of course definitely gonna give you your pork skewers. But anyway, okay. So anyway, Joey's getting ready with our promo play. So you winner mamaya. Ayan.
And then mayroon akong last question. So one reason for us to we're having this live stream is to also help people who are making a decision where in Canada they would like to
Yes.
move. So
yeah,
why should they pick
Stay
Nova
here.
Scotia compared to other provinces? You've seen them, you've heard of them, right? Why would they choose Nova Scotia
Why not?
over other provinces? Right?
confuse
'Cause they're
someone.
doing their research. You've seen the other provinces. You've read about other provinces. So at least it's different when you're actually in that situation, in that location, compared to someone who's just relying on the internet, right? So why should they? Obviously, we want them to be here to be part of our community, right? Why should they move to Nova Scotia?
If they are the type of person who wants a laid-back environment, definitely Nova Scotia is the place to be.
Top of the list.
So it's really laid back here.
Because it's also
And those who
and
love
it's
nature,
yeah.
like
Plus,
Yeah,
you have the
nature.
complete scenery here.
Yeah, nature
It's
and
not
city
patag.
combined.
Yeah,
So
Hindi siya plain.
yeah,
I'm
that
not
also.
speaking on a province, but we've been there
Yeah.
and it's really like plain,
flat.
flat. You don't see anything, not until you go to a provincial park.
Yeah.
So it's scenic, it's laid back,
Yeah.
ano pa?
There's bodies of waters, it refreshes your
the best
you know,
place to raise children.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. People here are nice,
are
Yeah.
friendly.
Very friendly.
warm.
I think also it's the weather. So like
Yeah.
the first time we've been to Toronto, it's really cold there. I don't know why.
Mm.
We are in the same.
But you know what? We are
Extreme.
always misconstrued that Halifax is colder than other provinces.
No, it's not. It's a
No.
wet, it's a wet snow here. Most
I-
of it.
To be honest, Halifax, we experience the real 4 seasons. So we have really winter, we have summer, we have fall, we have spring. Unlike in other provinces, while we are having fall, they are having winter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They skip
So,
the fall.
they skip fall, they skip
It's
summer.
spring.
Here, meron talagang, we go swimming in the ocean, we go
Lakes.
fishing in the lakes.
Yeah.
So it's really nature. Nature is really,
Our climate is protected by the ocean.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So that's why when it's winter, it's not really that cold.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So unlike
It's
the
not as slippery.
urban jungle, it's so very
Mhm.
cold.
jungle.
Yeah. And one thing that I noticed, we're really open to immigration. So because it's a university town, a university province. We have Dalhousie, SMU, NSCC,
Yeah.
Acadia,
Even in
St.
Cape
Patrick's,
Breton,
Cape
Cape Breton
Breton.
University, St.
CBU.
Louis.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of international students, a lot of researchers from different parts of the world. Yeah, so this is the place to be.
Speaking of the place, I want to say hi to Maria Buaya. She's watching from Ontario. So you've heard the reasons why Nova Scotia is nice.
Yeah.
I don't want to elaborate on that more. Also to Hanlin Fuentes, she's watching. Hi to you. Ayan. Okay,
Linda.
so Linda, were you saying something?
Yeah,
Oh,
what's
was
your
that-
answer to the question?
What was
Family
the question?
friendly daw. Family friendly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
family friendly. What does that say? This is the best place. But speaking from experience, you know, I raised my children in here. I met my husband in here, and I stayed ever since. You know, I've seen other parts of Canada, but I'll never give up Nova Scotia. It's the best place.
Parang yung sa kanya ganun.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
Nova Scotia. I'm
Yeah.
never gonna give it up.
Yeah.
May kanta yun eh. So, yun. Yeah, even myself will never gonna give up Nova Scotia. We love it here. We love it here. So, ayan, to all those who are, to all those who have joined our promo play, hold on to your phones, because anytime soon, you'll win 1 million. For skewers, courtesy of our supporter, Silong Express. Ayan, salamat. And of course, we'd like to thank our, of course, yeah, our weekly social, you find social Wi-Fi who powers our live stream every Friday. Thank you so much, Joey Moreno. Maraming salamat. Ayan. And of course, Donic, David Moffats.
Yeah, so for David Moffat for supporting us, and if you have any struggles on that, contact David Moffat to relieve your stress at 902-482-9748.
Ayan. And of course, we'd like to thank Donnie Cabad for Primerica and Mortgage Alliance. So if you guys are thinking of how to efficiently and effectively use your RRSP, RESP, and your life insurance, contact this guy. Personally, we had a great experience with him. So please, if you guys are interested, it's a free service. So just contact him anytime at 902-292-1368. And of course, I've posted something on our group. It's about buying a home. Typically, there's how many? 4 out of 5 families who are immigrants who really purchase homes. So if that's in your mind, please contact Donnie Cabad at diabad@mortgagealliance.com. It doesn't mean that you're new, you don't have the capacity to buy a house. Well, at least you'll be able to plan out something in the future. So it's better to plan early so that when time comes, you're ready to cross the bridge going to Halifax.
Yeah.
You're ready to cross the bridge in buying that house.
Yeah,
in buying
it
that
would
house.
be easier. And then we are also going to have our October Settle East Coast
October
meetup.
26th from
October
1 to
26th,
3:30 p.m.
And the address is
205
205
Lacewood Drive.
It's open to everyone. And then after we have our networking or our eating the food, we also have we will be playing badminton afterwards,
yeah.
right? So it's
Yeah.
going to be fun. And
Last time we
thank you.
played billiards, we played darts, so there's lots of things that you can do. It's really connecting with newcomers and old-timers in the monthly meetup. And of course, ayan, ready na. So Koji, si Dennis parati na to nanalo.
Ano ba naman?
Si Ruth, si Ann, tsaka si Miles.
Pero may
Kasi
space
medyo
siya.
technical yung question this week eh. So our question for this week, which student visa stream is the fastest? So the answer is letter C, which is Student Direct Stream.
Student Direct
Ayan.
Stream.
And our winner is, so wala tong daya, so mag-ano tayo, mag-roleta
Depende,
tayo.
depende.
Ayan. Ito ilang beses na siya nag-join. Finally, Joe Miles, congratulations. We'll message you. You have just won yourself pork skewers courtesy of Silong Express. Ayan. Congratulations. Parang, dalawa pala, di ba? Dalawa pala. Parang tumamlay si si Dennis. Isa pa.
Sagot niya aling isa.
Dalawa talaga siya. Ayan. So Linda, sino nanalo? Dennis and Joyce. Ayan. Congratulations. So simple lang, if you go to Silong, I'm gonna message you guys. So they're showing. But right now they're closed, so they will be opening next month. Ayan. So once again, guys, any last words from you guys? Any encouraging words to our newcomers?
Or people who are about to move to Canada.
Well, from the Philippines, so
Anywhere.
Anywhere in the world.
well,
Start muna tayo sa pinakabago.
Okay.
Mhm.
Plan ahead. Plan your accommodation. Plan where do you want to go here in Halifax, because there's other places here in Halifax.
Yeah.
Like HRM, there's Sydney, I guess.
Sydney.
Halifax is big, so plan where do you want to stay. Kung gusto nyo medyo urban style, dito sa Halifax Regional Municipality mismo. And Sandot, Halifax or Dartmouth, ganyan. Plan your accommodation, apartments ba or bahay kagad, 1, 2, 3 bedrooms. If you have children.
Pwede tong vlogger si Joyce, no? Pwede
Close to
vlogger.
home, dapat kasi detail eh. Close to your home is ideal para kung meron sila mga cancelled school days like PD days, snow days, storm days. Malapit lang siya sa house. And find the work as soon as possible pagdating mo so that your funds will
Don't
not
waste time. Yeah.
rapidly decline. Apply anywhere. Si Dennis nag-apply for about 20-ish companies. Isa lang nag-reply sa kanya, pumasok din siya kagad. He got the job. I applied
Don't waste time.
25-ish din. Isa lang tumawag sa akin, pumasok din kagad. So, don't lose hope. Scatter your resumes. Network with the local community. Sa may makita kayo mga Pinoys in the street. Hi, hello, how are you? Where do you work? Connection na yon. Get their Facebook names, contact numbers, whatever. Chika. And what else? Find a Pinoy store. Rice is life. Don't forget. Let's support our local businesses like si Kabayan, si Big Ray, ang ating mga
Silong and Alanos.
exactly. So food, ano pa ba?
And take advantage of those services like iSans.
Yes.
There you
Oh,
go.
number one.
Yeah.
Yes, that's good.
Orientation
Yeah, that's
nila,
good.
mga
Yeah.
freebies.
Try to connect with the community.
Yes.
Yun yung makakatulong.
Yes.
There you go.
And don't be choosy sa when it comes to work, maraming trabaho.
Yes.
Wag lang choosy.
Gusto ko yun, yung don't be choosy. Kasi to be honest, you're establishing your Canadian experience. So,
You gotta have that first.
have that mindset when you come here. Hindi naman come empty, but come with an open mind that, hey, these are the experiences, grab it, and then eventually you find your niche, right? So,
And what I can say is for those who are really decided to stay here, this is what the best advice of my father. If you're coming here, bring all your good values with you and throw away the bad ones.
Yes, exactly.
Because, you
That's
know,
true.
the country loves you and we love the country where we are going to be staying. So.
to be honest, if you combine the culture here and our culture, I think that's the best culture, combined.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Ayun.
then one more tip from my uncle before we arrive here is really don't convert. Don't convert.
Currency.
So you'll enjoy the.
I think that's normal to the newcomers to,
Yeah.
oh my god,
Don't
$100, 4,000 pesos, something like that.
Exactly. Wow.
I think that's
Yes,
normal,
yeah.
like after,
Yeah.
So you will.
I got trapped
really enjoy.
with my first few days because I converted all the tomatoes. I said, how come the tomatoes is $1 and it's like 40 pesos already?
Exactly.
So-
At first we were like that too, but then again, you're earning dollars naman and spending dollars din dito.
yeah.
So that's your mindset. Dapat.
idagdag ko lang, like, if you feel like depression or,
Yeah,
anxiety here,
sad.
especially when you're alone, So do like a sideline thing. Yung gusto mo, like for me, like photography, I like, sinasabi ko kung mag-isa ka lang. So, like,
Don't just focus on your work,
exactly.
do something else. So,
Yeah.
Para,
Mas ka din, no?
para mawala lang yung depression, ma-focus ka sa, sa magandang bagay.
Kasi a lot of us, when we come here, we get trapped with our jobs, we get trapped with our employment. Hey, there's a lot of avenues wherein you can really showcase yourself, just like photography, so ang dami. And with the second year of the Filipino Heritage Month next year, so this is a perfect time, bago mag-Heritage Month, to really, develop your talents and be able to showcase that to the community. Yeah. Ayan, si Linda. Malalim ang iniisip, ah.
Well, I've said already what I want to say.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Unless you have another question.
Ay, wala na po. Ay, so, I'd like to say hi to Ferdinand Castillo Vargas. He's watching right now. Thank you so much. And guys, this has been another, from my end, I really want to thank Dennis and Joyce kasi they're very supportive of Settle East Coast. Tapos, very technical din sila, which I really appreciate. Thank you so much. And for coming here tonight, thank you so much. Palakpakan naman. And of course, si Arman naman, Arman and Len and your family, thank you so much for coming. Kahit na short notice, same with Linda, you guys really committed to come. We really, really appreciate that. It's from my end, it's hard really to come up with programs like this, even though we only are being aired once a week. But having committed individuals who see your value as what we're doing is really, it's really heartwarming for us. So thank you so much, Arman. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Also, we just wanted to say the feedback from the people outside of the Filipino
Outside of our community,
that they are really happy with what we're doing, and they're saying that we are inspiring other communities to have something like this that would allow to reach out and connect the new people to the community and the community to the new people. Otherwise, I won't know Joyce, Dennis, Arman, and whoever Brian is, but he's not here, and Linda.
So Brian already started their job, so
yeah.
hindi siya makapunta, but they're really well settled.
Yeah.
They came from other province, and then they get connected with Settle East Coast, and then we look for an apartment for them, and then there's that and whatever. So now they're. At first I was like, hindi ka makapunta, pero Brian, we're really happy for you guys, and they're expecting a baby, so there's lots of things going on, and whatever your success is also our success. And of course, Linda Unite, thank you so much.
Thank you for inviting me. This is great. This is good.
Amazing, thank you so much. So, sa lahat ng mga hindi pa nagla-like and nagpa-follow sa East Coast Filipino Portal, please do so. As of the moment, in 5 months, we have 2,000 followers. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that. Every day, this is a Friday live stream, so it's only once a week. But really, we think about you guys every single day on how we can improve. And of course, if you guys are open, please message us if you have any suggestions as to who's gonna be the person or the group that we wanted to feature. Please let us know. And of course, if you have any suggestions on how we can improve more, please do so as well. Our email is eastcoastfilipino@gmail.com, and you can contact us at 902-441-2648. Once again, from my end, this has been your friend Al Landingin,
Donnie Kabad,
here on East Coast Filipino Portal. Ayan, thank you.
Welcome to East Coast Filipino Portal. Promo Play. Every Monday, we'll be posting one trivia question for you to answer and win a special prize from our sponsors. Our trivia question for this week is...
Here's a question. What is the fastest